What's up, good people? Isaiah here. And in this, hold on a second, let's fix this. There we go. And in this video, we are going to be just running through Omegapolis. Oh my. We're going to just run through that here, right? So this is the team I got going on here. Okay. Works for me right now. Nagi's here to be a Grasta carrier, and also, well, she's not really carrying Grasta. Not last I checked. I'm on a Glutton, and that's to power Flamme. And this here is in case I decide to use her. These are basically just used to reduce enemy encounters. So, in case I decide to use her in other dungeons, really. Ash tier, because again we're gonna be running that dungeon. She's at 25 light right now. I haven't really been grinding for light or shadow for any character. Really, I've just been burning through Omega, and I have keys that I haven't touched, so we're gonna have to burn through the Omega dungeon here. I don't have everything unlocked, but I do have like everything this old man down here would actually give you, right? That's what these, not the bell. That's the stabilizer plus and time stabilizer plus. So if you ever enter a phase shift, and there's certain locations I would recommend, mainly like the Tree of Time, right? I would definitely recommend hitting a phase shift there, or in the forest, I believe. I wouldn't do it in Spark Forge, right? Because, you know, your odds of missing, you know, with that, I think it's called oil, right? Which is just flat out weird. It's like oil of all things, really. Causes you to miss. So there we go. It's kind of loud, man. So I should be able, let's see. Yeah, I'll be able to hit a,
it's simple. Just kill all targets.
Should be able to get a phase shift here in probably my next run of the dungeon, or my third run of the dungeon. So
don't stand in my way.
There we go. Yeah, in the ideal route, like I haven't been in any of the other locations since I got things for time open. So my ideal route is clear this area first, and then run through the Tree of Time. So I'll pop back over to the port, and then just run Tree of Time. I don't have enough for anything, right? Like, I mean, I can go down there to the bottom left-hand corner here. Bottom left, down here. But no point, really. Especially if we're going for, if you're going just for time and just running through this area really quickly. Then clearing that first area, and then just going straight to the ports. And the route you can take, if you want to get the treasures, you can go all the way to the left here, grab the treasure, go all the way to the right. You can avoid like the bulk of these enemies here. Treasure here, keep it moving here. There's a treasure here. Pop up, to the right, treasure there, and then you can just run right into this enemy over here, take him on. Or if you didn't want to do that, you can just pop down, and then there you go, you're out of here, right? That's the route. So incredibly simple. Okay, and again, this is for if you wanted all the treasures. If you didn't care, you could have just ran right through like you normally would. So, and for me, I definitely like getting these attack fragments. Like this area, it gives a lot of like fragments. Attack, support, and I think the other one's called life. It gives a lot. So, thinking about it now, setting Shade Zone makes no sense. And the reason why I say that, like, this doesn't do anything for anybody right now. If I did it on the second turn, did it twice, and did it on the second turn, then it makes sense. But this dragon will be gone before then. So, right, like, he's done. You know what I mean? But typically, that's where Nakoko would come in. So, who would run something like a Efi, Flamme, Nakoko, right? So that way, it changes the attack type of Flamme from water to shade. So, that's typically where that would get used. But right now, I have Tuva in here to help manage the MP issue. But like I said, it can easily be swapped out for this one here. Is that ability a... Yep, it's a preemptive. Okay. Cool. So to show you all what I mean here. And I have 3 fragments. The music in this area is just amazing, by the way.
Let's control the situation. Got you.
So the damage that looks like the numbers got cut off there, and that must be because of this little banner that you see here. I don't even know if I can show that, but there's a banner outside of where I'm tapping right now. So that's probably what's causing the numbers to be cut off, which is fine. I mean, it's like no big deal to me. But they are being cut off though. And this small change actually required like getting used to. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, what the hell just happened? Like things were a bit wider. Like it actually went to the edge of my screen here. Like this banner isn't being added by me. You know what I mean? This banner is just here. So anyway. The reason for not necessarily Ash tier, but the reason that I'm using the buddy that I am is because he doesn't actually hit anybody. You know what I mean? So when I enter a phase shift, that becomes important because Flamme's Neptune ability would actually heal the enemy. There's a particular enemy inside the Tree of Time that gets healed. I don't know the name of it, but he does get healed. So because of that, I don't even need to be using these skills. Come on now, really? Like right there. Anyway. Yeah, I don't need to be using all of that extra heat. But anyway, so because of that, I don't want to use up turns inside of a phase shift. So that's where Ash Tier comes in handy with her bombs. She can set those bombs at the very beginning, which is good news. And of course, from there, let's see if I can get to a fight with one of them, actually. Because barely anybody was hit, like, Flamme's Neptune's gonna hit once. But that enemy that absorbs the heat, with a skill or whatever, you'll see that the 5 bombs that get placed are still there, right? I'll show you all what I mean. Hopefully, I don't think they're in here. Oh, yes, they are. So as you'll see, oh, never mind. Well, killed it. Okay. Oh, that's because of Shade Zone. Never mind. Let's see if I don't do the Shade Zone. Let's see here. Need to show examples of what I mean here.
Let's control the situation.
We'll go with this instead. Alright, so he absorbed the hit, but he still had the 5 bombs. You know what I mean? So because of that, you know, when Flamme did her Neptune, he absorbed it, and the bomb isn't removed. Now, I don't know if that is supposed to be like that, but, you know, I hope it stays, really, because it just makes sense. So then, of course, it allows Ash Tier to set off that bomb at the end of the turn full force, you know, so.
Be gone. This'll do it.
Man, Eevee's the only Shade Zone character. Just something to think about. And you get all these Shade Zone related Grost or like Shade attack. Okay, hold on. 360. Damn. Who in the world? The Shadow. Do I have anybody I can boost his? By a few. What did that say? 360? I'd have to boost his Shadow. Are there any free Shadow characters that I should be made aware of, right? Free Fist Shadow characters. Wow, that's a mouthful. Who do we have that's free? I was thinking Persona characters, but I know we have that are Shadow. I think it's Ukwaji is the only one. If Ukwaji is the only one, then I'll give him the 14. Right? Like, now we're at the 360, so it's all good. I also could have just replaced them with someone else that has the Shadow. Could have also done that as well, so but he's at 80 now, so we get that skill extension, which comes in handy anyway. So let's see, who else could we use? Where are we at for light? 227. Look at the light here. Lele is a character that I want to experiment with to see if she's a replacement for Flamme. I want to say she is because, like, these two skills here, time to try and stream glare, right? There's no MP skills. You know what I mean? So if she's a replacement, I really want to see if I can make her a replacement for Flamme. So I'm going to be experimenting with this. I already have some ideas for her. I'm not sure how she would do, because this requires like 2 turns. She has to enter the miracle form. You know what I mean? To ignore target defenses and guaranteed critical. You know what I mean? Her absorbing her own, regardless, is going to take 2 turns, because well, actually no, because Stream Glare consume 10% current MP, max 100. Strength increase based on MP points consumed, max 20. So what we can do here is have it so that we bump her MP to a crazy amount and like decrease everything else. You know, it'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to have to scroll through this, but we're going to have to do it. We'll get there eventually. Give it a second. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Who on earth had a badge attached to him? Anyway, we'll get there in a bit. Hold on a second. Hold on. We're almost there. Any minute now. But I really do think Lele could be a great replacement for Flamme. So you have these MP halves, which obviously is not what I'm looking for. Come on now. Give me something. Here we go. MP. MP. So we just increase her HP. You know. So now she has a high amount of MP here. And we can give her, I mean, hell, we can experiment with her. You know what? We're going to do that. This, of course, may not work well in my favor, but, you know, you never know. Bring her into the party and basically give her everything that Flamme currently has. Dark Shade, Almighty Power. What else does Flamme? Power Deadly Blow. All right, there we go. We're gonna be using this Stream Glare, and again, this is really just an experiment. You know what I mean? Like I have no idea how this is going to work. You know what I mean? So, kind of the point of some of these videos to experiment with different things. Man, can I give her anything else? She's a cat lover. Okay, we can further boost her damage there. All right. Again, I don't know if it's going to be that 20x multiplier. I have no idea. The beauty is that the MP drops because she's absorbing it herself. So that's good news. So we'll see. Again, this could end in failure. We'll give it a shot, though. We'll give it a shot. All right, so for those that don't have Flamme, if this ends up working, well, there you go. You have Lele as a pretty good alternative. Let's see here. Definitely won't be doing any phase shifts. He's not right now.
When can we find
All right, and the name of the skill was...
delicious?
Okay. This here just increase magic based on MP. Again, this is a 2-turn deal. This here, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know what to expect here.
Be gone. Be
Well,
sure to
damn.
tip your waitress.
Okay. Plenty of damage there, so I might. I mean, I could try to phase shift. We'll try it, see what happens. The only drawback, I believe her damage decreases,
Today's special
actually,
is ticked
because she's taking 10% and strength increase based on MP points consumed, and she consumed 10% of her current. So, wow, really? Why didn't the Coco act first when she's like this lowest character here?
You pups
That's
can clean
not
up.
good.
Da, 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 da. Lele's on the case.
What on earth is going on? Why is the Coco acting first? Yeah, see the damage is decreasing. The Coco acting first is weird though.
This establishment is cat lovers only.
That's right. That actually restores MP. All right. That wasn't necessary, but needed to do something to stop them from absorbing. Yeah, I don't know why Nakoko's going first in this bout here.
You pups can
So,
clean
okay,
up.
this is interesting. So now that I've actually read the skill, right, she can replenish her own MP, which is good news, really. But again, it forces a it forces 2-turn clears instead of the 1-turn clear. You know? And the Coco going first is definitely annoying because she should not be going first. Go into the phase shift. And like I said, we're gonna just burn through all the green keys here during this run. So if this video is a bit long, well, you know why. I have 6 runs to go through, so it is going to be interesting.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
This is mad annoying. Because you should not be going first. Here we go. Shoot. Alright, let's just go ahead and clear this out.
Let's control the situation. How's that?
Oh, yeah, that's
Did you
the
like the show?
rotation I was hoping for the first time. So,
We're gonna need more funding for this one. How's that? Experiment complete.
okay, yeah, the numbers dropped considerably. I mean, nothing too crazy. Like, it's manageable. You can always get the numbers back, but still.
Let's control the situation. Kaboom! Did you
That
like
took
the show?
72. Actually, no, I was 72 in health, not 72 in MP.
Can't you see I'm
Interesting to see, though. And if I ever wanted her to recover herself, there you go. It's a skill to do it. Time to try. So,
Bye-bye for now.
all right.
Nobody
Okay,
touches
yeah,
my
that's a problem
casket.
because I've used up all the MP from Ash Tier,
Blabbing in
of all
my
people.
ear.
So as long as the Coco acts after Efi, then this is like no big deal. If she acts before, it's terrible bad news. Right, so that's good. No issues there. Right.
Bye-bye for now.
So easy stuff. Did I get the treasure chest? I think I did. Yes, I did. All right, let's go this way. And I'm gonna just run through here. I'm going to go ahead and fight this.
Yes, yes.
And the reason why is so we
Blabbing
can
in
use
my
that
ear.
time to try. And wow, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Okay, we're gonna not use time to try just yet. There's not much we can do here.
Like balls, idea for me. How's that?
There's nobody here who can actually take this thing on, so. Alright, well, or we could just wait for Efi. See, again, this is one of those unexpected things, because he'll just absorb everything I throw at it right now. Which won't help at all. my health. Wow.
Experiment complete.
There we go. So MP is an issue. Well, when running phase shifts, if I didn't run that, then this would have been no problem. So having a way of dealing with that enemy is going to be ideal. Well, at least we know that Lele can take on this guy. So, like I said, the big drawback though is that Lele absorbs her own, you know, MP in order for that to work. So, is she a replacement for Flamme? Kind of. Like if she has more than enough MP and you have the ability to recover MP, then I would say yeah, she is. Which of course Lele provides the ability to recover her own MP, but at the sacrifice of an additional turn. So I would recommend having a different way of recovering MP in order for that to work. For now, we're sticking with Flamme, and we're gonna just give her everything that, you know, she had. There we go. But Lele, she's a pretty decent character though. The other one we have Chio. Right, I don't think there's any. I can't think of any drawbacks. She gets that pain like right away. Increase strength according to the number of times it debuffs on the enemy. Okay. We need to apply tons of debuffs in order for that to work. So, anyway, back to the dungeon here. Do we keep Nikoko or do we swap her out with Tuva so that MP is no longer a problem? Yeah, we'll do that. I don't have any food? Of course not. Alright, no biggie. So let's see here. You know, I debated on whether or not like long form content like this, because this video is getting up there in length, about 28 minutes so far, and long form content or short form content, I couldn't really decide, really. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try it. Let me just run a dungeon here, use up all these green keys. You know what I mean? This is pretty much what I did when I was grinding for Garyu. Used all the green keys. And then after that, I jumped inside of the red keys, grinding up the red keys. I'm not going to show that because that's just ridiculous. But we'll just do this here. Outside of me experimenting with different characters. And see how it goes, really. You know what I mean? So, who knows? Somebody may fire up their game now. They decide to throw on. Okay. Zay's grinding for his keys. Let's go ahead and grind for me. Use up my green keys here. You know what I mean? So, who knows? I don't know.
This one's Titan-sized.
So, I do know I don't see a lot of long-form content unless, of course, it's in relation to, like, say, a character quest or, like a newest story, a collab, apocryphas, side stories, things like that. You know what I mean? But nothing like just like I'm just go through a dungeon and just see what's going on. So I'm not saying it's an issue. Right? Like I don't mind it. You know what I mean? But you know, some people may actually want to see something like this. You know what I mean? So you can see what the grind is kind of like. You know what I mean? Or maybe gauge based on how long it takes yourself. Like, hey, look, okay, I can clear this in about, you know, start at this mark, went to this mark and cleared this pretty quickly, so you can gauge. Okay, so how long would it take to actually clear this dungeon? So, now mind you, I have pretty much every character in the game, apart from the grindy ones. And the grindy ones being, wow, I forgot the names. You know, Levia for fishing, and then the one from the Time Twisted Mage, Noah. So, I don't have him, and we got everybody else, really. Sure, I got some 4 stars that I haven't updated, so I need to upgrade them. Those 4 stars include Seal, Miyu, and I think that's it. So, can't think of it. Yeah, I think it's only Seal I need that I need to upgrade. You know, the original versions to the 5-star counterparts. But other than that, like, when teams are optimized well, you know, I can just run through this dungeon, no AF needed. You know what I mean? So, just pop back in here. Still no food. No biggie. And still no way of getting them damn screws. Here we go.
Experiment complete.
But yeah, this dungeon doesn't take as long as I thought it would take, actually. I mean, sure, it's a grind. I mean, it'll be a grind getting everything out of this dungeon. But I would think that by doing that, by the time you got everything, you'd probably be close. I don't know. Well, I'll have to test it myself and find out. But I would think, you know, before you ended up getting everything, you're probably making some progress on getting more light for Ash Tier.
This one's
So,
Titan-sized.
I don't know. She's currently at, what, 25, 26? Thinking about it, I don't know if there's a lot of light-based characters. Well, actually, that's a stupid statement to make. We have Tsubame, Lokido, I believe. I'm thinking gacha characters as well. Tsubame, Lokido, Lovely. Who else comes to mind? Let's see. Lovely. Dewey. Is Dewey? Yeah, I think Dewey. Dewey is one. See, we have a phase shift here. Who else? Dewey.
Don't stand in my way.
There has to be at least 2 more. It's probably someone like who's the guy he has on the jacket? Rufus, I believe.
Another fading soul.
And then the other chick, what's her name? Lingley?
When can we fight something a little more delicious?
That took a while. Okay.
We're gonna need more funding for this one.
And out of those, I don't know, right? How much light they have. This is my thought process for pulling on any banner, by the way. It's never really about the bannered character. It's always about, okay, who can I give more light and shadow to?
It's simple.
That's pretty much how I approach it. So, for example, with the, I think there's a Garenbrel banner out right now. And I won't be pulling for it here, but Garenbrel banner. All right, my first thought was, oh wait, let me go back over here. My first thought with that would be like, okay, well, who's lacking in, say, shadow or light? Who can I get more light or shadow for? You know what I mean? And will it be a maxed out
Don't
character
stand
that I
in
currently
my
got?
way.
So Lele here being maxed out, if I did a pull and I got more Lele, well, guess what? I get more guiding light staff. That, wow, okay, I'm not expecting that. Nice. So, you know, but that's my thought process, really. Like, I have a 255 Yuna, another staff user. You know, wait, is she 255? I think she is, but the thing, again, this is my overall thought process when it comes to getting light to characters and things of that nature. So, really just asking myself, okay, if I did a pull on this banner, what are the odds of me getting one of these characters that I already have maxed out again?
When can
You
we
know,
fight something a little
so-
more delicious?
It's like having a maxed out Suzette, for example. There's 3 versions of Suzette in the game right now, just like Miyu. So, of course, if you did a pull on the banner when she's available,
Cruising for a bruising.
the odds of you getting more of her is good news, you know. And, of course, the version you get determines what you actually get out of it. You'll get either more Lance or get more,
You okay?
I think she's a hammer unit as well. So, and either one works. You know, but that's my process. I'm thinking about light and shadow for my characters. I'm not thinking about the actual bannered character. So I can care less of, I really don't give a damn if I get the bannered character, right? Like when I did the pull for Minalka, I got her doing one of, I believe it was during a live stream, actually. I think David was of Another Eden Adventures was running a live stream, I believe. And they did a pull for her during the live stream as soon as she was available. And they got her in the first pull. And I'm like, well, she came home. So, you know what I mean? But that was not the reason why I was running that damn banner. You know what I mean? I wanted more light and shadow for, who else was on that banner? I think it may have just Minalka who was on that banner. But I definitely did want it more light and shadow for my characters. Mainly for, Lele, believe it or not, since she was so close to the 255, and I'm like, I can finish this with the extra guiding light stabs that I had at the time, or I can just say, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna just do a pull and hope to get her, you know, that way. You know what I mean? So she was like incredibly close. Same thing with Yuna,
This'll do it.
who was incredibly close as well. And so. But yeah, that's how I approach my pulls of the banners. So, in case anybody's wondering. Oh, got that gate here. Let's see. We'll run it and see if we can finish it. Still no food. Still no food. Okay. I'll go bed. And then I'm going to go to the plant. And then from the plant, we'll go from, well, assuming we finish here. If we go to the plant, yeah, see, we're done. There we go. All right. Just my luck. Fastest clear of this place. Actually, no, the fastest clear to be like you go to a bed and then you're already here. So, all right. I'm not going to worry about that. But, and it's my approach for light and all that. So let me get this food here so it leaves me alone. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have? Anyway, actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and take a look. All light. So the next one on the list to complete here would be Mariel, actually, and I need 6. So in this particular case, I would literally go run a pull because she's so close. And the reason why is because looking at the staff users, Chio, Yuna, Arena, Palm, Crevio, or Crevero. I'm not even trying to pronounce his name. You know what I mean? The odds, you know what I mean? If I get any of them, I can complete Mariel. Here, she's at 249. You know what I mean? After that, we have Rufus, who I probably would never use. Akane, if there was more versions of Akane, this would be good news, really. If I looked at the Shadow, here there's 177 characters in total. Wow, so far. I looked at my Shadow. Here we have Clark, you'll never get. These guys here you would get: Nagi, Rosetta, Rue, Ewan, Pry, Nero. So Tsukiya would be the next one, or Nikki. Let's see. 2 there. Not much I can do with that. Nothing here, and she's a katana user, so a bow and a katana user. You know what? I should work on Zilva. We gotta work on the grandpa. Okay, the Zilva. Let's see. Is there any? Cause that's only 42, so I can give him the 22, and I'll be down 20. You know what I mean? Are there any Shadow Axe users in the story at all that are free besides Sophia? Probably not. So yeah, I could definitely work on him. You know what I mean? Here we have Parissa. Right, so Filmina, I can also work on her. Wow, okay. Remember when she was an absolute, like, beast? You know what I mean? Just, she was a beast with it. Anyway, so, but that's my overall process for pulling on characters. Anyway, let's finish this, our time together here. And I did get the fruit. Or food, I should say. Finish up our time together. All right. I don't want my videos to be an hour long. Doubt anybody would actually watch them. Ooh, finally. Finally. The calming spores. That is what that's called, right? The calming spores. Good news. Means I can get one of them screws. Finally.
Experiment complete.
Let's go ahead and get one of them screws. Yeah. Finally, a golden screw. As far as who to give the golden screw to, I don't know. If I'm being honest. I think I need 2 to get the what the guy has to offer. The old key. I think I need 2. I think for the mech, who also asked for him, I think I would only need 1. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. So our final, a little bit of our time together here. We're gonna be used. See, the numbers gonna cut off. Figuring out what we get with these screws.
A banquet for me?
Ha! This'll do it!
Back to the underbelly. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I think this guy needs 2 screws. Let's see. Yeah, he needs 2. Let's see, for the proof. I can get the proof here. This would be for Ashtir. But I'm gonna wait for that because I don't need that right now. Because I don't VC her in at all. So pop inside of the mid layer and see what we got. That's where a screw can come in handy. I'm not gonna do that right now. That's for Grasta. And let's go to the one up top. Let's see, what do you got for me? Oh, okay, she has the gear here, the Elpis necklace here, which could be given to Ash Tyr, who Ash Tyr wears a necklace, right? What does Minalco wear? A bracelet? Probably the bangle. That's what Minalco wears. So that can come in handy there. And then the ring, which I already got, so I'll get the bangle here. All right, so I'll use the screw for that. I don't really give a damn about. I'll get the other screw eventually. So no big deal here. We have 158 rusted parts. It'll run, tree of time. All right, and we'll just run it to get out of here. All right. I can't wait for this soundtrack to be released, though. Nice. I wonder if we did in fact get the necklace for Ash Tyr, if her damage would have increased because her HP had dropped. Just wondering, you know what I'm saying? And there we go. Not much to it. Not much to it. Another one I should be experimenting with is Minalco. I haven't done a lot of experimenting with her at all. Actually. You know what I mean? Like, when Efi was released, this has been, well, not this particular team, but my team comp consisted of Efi, Flamme, Nikoko AS, and Alter Dewey, and that carried me for a very long time. Hell, it carries me through, like, if you run Master Difficulty, and you run through the dungeons, not the dungeons, but, and you run through, like, the latest addition to the story, right? That team would carry you. You know what I mean? So, anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. For those that have watched this video, some of you probably looked at the timestamp, was like, what? I ain't watching that. So, regardless, if you decided to stop by, you didn't stay until the very end, or you stopped by and you stayed to the very end, definitely do appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will talk to you all later.